Oh dear.
Like I said, the city's been dormant for over a century at this point. I mean, there's really not... I mean, even Morg doesn't really have an explanation to what happened. Nobody actually really knows what happened to cause the destruction of the city. Though it's probably likely that the dwarf mage that you guys have been hunting maybe had something to do with it.
What are you looking at me for?
The prevailing theory.
He's your countryman.
Yeah. I now want to kill him.
You fuckers are probably gonna stop me from doing it.
No.
I think no.
You murder that motherfucker all you want.
I really think we're probably okay with that.
Although she's going to stop you from killing her brother.
Oh, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, I would at least like to chat with my brother first. He might be...
She needs to
here's
get...
my problem. Pretty sure that dwarf mage, or the dwarf mage, probably told him some shit. And, you know, because I want to make sure that nothing happens to you guys that happened to me, I need to kill him.
Well, he might just be a victim in all of this.
not
Why
victim.
don't you...
Not victim at all.
Just let him live long enough to give a living will, and then
Yes.
you can murder
It's got to
him.
will that apiary to someone.
Well, I was going to say, who
That's
gets the
right.
bee
He's got a
farm?
lot of bees there.
No,
He wasn't a good businessman, but he was a good fucking beekeeper.
Yeah.
All right,
Fucking
so
place.
is there anywhere that we can set down?
Yeah.
Actually,
where you guys are.
Out of curiosity, does she detect... Now that we've made it through this storm,
Yeah.
is her detection any more keen now? You know what I mean? Like...
Yes.
It's still fucking all over the place.
It's just-
it's
okay.
difficult to really pick out but something of destructive nature. Actually, though, yes, you can set down where you're at, but what catches your eye now, aside from the sprawling ruins and the aurora borealis, dead center ahead of you is a giant black onyx spire that is in the center of the city, where you recall that the Dwelf Keep had once stood. You don't ever recall it being onyx. Not that you ever necessarily were
I was
in
going
it.
to say, does that look like it should be there?
It does look out of place.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not a good thing.
How tall is it?
It's into
the
the
clouds.
clouds. Yeah, it's so. It looks very unnatural. There's thin tendrils of black mist that are sort of trickling down the side of it.
What's Ani think of it?
Ani hops out. She's like,
I want to live here. this is where I want to be.
and Ani says, kind of looks like they brought a fragment of the Shadowfell
With
into
them.
our plane of existence.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She explains, she's like, the Shadowfell it's kind of the mirror, it's like a reflection of our world, but a very dark reflection of our world. Beautiful sprawling forests or, with pine trees and whatnot. Or in the Shadowfell, there's not a beautiful sprawling, there's a sprawling forest, but it's dead woods. They have scary branches. Mountains instead of being nice, I can rock climb that, or instead just
so
jagged,
we don't want to
sharp.
just walk up to this black spire.
Well,
Can we sit down?
Yeah, you can definitely. McFlanagan's like, yes! Let's set the fuck down! I'm not flying towards that fucking thing!
It's really a good point.
Ani does, she ponders if perhaps in the Shadowfell the Dwelf Empire still stands.
because it would be a mirror,
The mirror of,
and maybe he's trying to restore it.
perhaps. Juan agrees, though, with setting the ship down. There's not really a place that he could land the ship further into the ruins anyway, so he agrees to set down for you guys, and you dismount. Do a backflip off.
Call your horse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Call your horse.
Summon the horse.
Yeah.
Aelin comes up from downstairs, and he's wiping his brow, and he looks like he's just had just the most difficult day ever, and he's like, save Panini.
Good.
We're good.
Good.
That might come in handy later.
Oh god. Paninis that it makes.
He's got a-
Dearest sister, you have no idea.
He's got our bag of holding just
Just
stuffed
stuffed
full of
with
fucking
paninis.
paninis.
I'd put the iron in there if I could, cook with it later.
Dear brother, you need to focus now.
Yes, dearest sister, I am 100% in the... Jesus, that's a big spire.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What the...
So does Ani have any more information about the area at all?
It's just like this.
That shouldn't be there.
That shouldn't be.
That shouldn't be there.
She gestures with her paw. See this destruction? This should be destructed. Yes.
Very technical term.
Yeah.
McFlanagan comes up from down below, and he is carrying a bundle in his arms. And he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, "Oh, God! What is that? I'm not saving you from that!"
What you got there?
Here! And he tosses the bundle to you. And he says, "You're a fucking bitchin' earlier. I'll never get anything from McFlanagan. I give you everything!"
And we give you modest
Oh,
donations.
it's terrible donations. I got you.
I don't have any more gold.
I got you an item. Don't the rest of you fucking bitch about this. I don't have anything for you. Just him. He's short. He's like a child.
I'm
Yay!
the one that convinces everybody to donate to your
I
fucking
got
ass.
something in the fucking pipeline for you.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
You don't. No. No.
Yeah.
What did I get? New toys.
One of these days, I'm gonna be the sole business owner of a fucking inn.
Because I'm gonna sell it to you.
Nope. Think again. Think a little harder on that one. Spend some time.
Not a good conversation now. The little man.
Is it because you
quit
live
peas.
longer than me?
Ani's just popping popcorn. Just-
Okay.
Anyway, so you unwrap this bundle, and it's a beautiful fucking light crossbow for you.
Sweet.
And on the side of it, there's a plate that's bolted into the side of it that just says the Penetrator.
Okay.
You'd like that.
He does.
Oh God, that's terrible.
He's just a
Wasn't
little
thinking when I-
sensitive because he's small.
Alright, so
So it's a light crossbow that does the standard 1d8, but it is a +1 weapon, so it's a +1 to the damage and +1 to the attack roll.
okay. So we got a +8. What? And it's called the Penetrator.
It is called.
I should just rename it and call it the
the
Penetrator.
Penetrator. On top of that, so when it strikes an enemy, it has a percentage chance when it hits that target, depending on how close a secondary target is, of penetrating through them and striking the foe beyond them.
Okay.
If they are directly 5 feet behind that target, it's a 100% penetration chance. For every... if it's 10 feet beyond it, then it is a 75% chance, and then if it's further than that, it's a 50% chance. It
And
also
you said +1, right?
Yeah.
So
Good.
okay. So +8 and a +5.
It also has the ability to penetrate in a cone, but at a substantially less chance of doing so. It's a 25% chance if it's in the cone.
Okay.
So, the example of that would be if this is your target here.
So 100% chance.
Yeah, so if you're right here and you're shooting
Okay.
like there, that's a 100% chance. 75%, 50%, 50%.
Okay.
It's right here, 25% chance. 25% chance.
Oh,
5,
I see
10,
what you
15,
mean.
20, 25. 25% chance on either of these two
On either
spaces
side,
here.
okay.
That's for that cone, basically.
Okay.
When you happen to use it, I can help you with that.
Yeah, we have the percentage, don't we?
Yeah, we have percentage dice. You just basically roll 2d10s.
Yeah.
Nice,
And that's, what did I do? Is that 90%?
Yeah,
so that's
90.
90% exactly.
Okay.
That would be 30%. So, yeah. And you basically, we would choose, do you want to be within 1 to 25?
All right.
Thank you, McFlanagan.
Oh, now I get thanks.
I've always said thank you.
Don't have a fucking miniature gliding ship.
We
Fucking hovercraft.
we short people have to stick together.
I'm not short.
You just.
I'm like a foot taller than you.
The rest of us are just tall.
Oh, they're fucking giants.
Oh dear. So we're off the ship now.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
So we have to decide something.
Well, we should probably head towards the spire.
Yeah. Ani points with her paw, gestures spire. That's
I mean, I suppose we could go look at some of the ruined areas and...
I shove Ani back in my pack. Yes, Ani, we know. Thank you.
I didn't bring my metal detector with me, but...
No, we need to go. I'm just concerned.
Aylin's like, hang on.
Why did we let Aelin hold the bag of holding? Can somebody explain this to me?
He just pulls out metal. He's like,
Metal detector.
can you help with the detector part?
Well, detect magic, maybe detect metal.
Uh,
Sorry, dude, the only thing I can detect is mahogany.
You do know you're behind it.
Yeah, well.
It's a good skill.
All right. So
onward to the spire?
onward.
Onward to the spire.
All right. So making your way into the city, I mean, it's hauntingly quiet. Making your way through the ruins. As beautiful as the sky is, it's pretty terrifying sort of area, and it's actually a little reminiscent as you're walking through the streets of the city. It really reminds you of New Yorkshire, in the same way that it's this sprawling city that has main streets through and then side paths. It's just everything is destroyed. So you find yourself stumbling across rubble in various areas, and there are sets of bones that are piled everywhere.
Purposefully? Or
No, just as
randomly?
whoever they were had
Died
died
right there.
right in that moment. Right in that moment, it appears that when the city was destroyed, it was like fucking market day, because there's a lot of piles of bones just scattered. It's to the point of where you actually find it difficult to step over the bones and end up sort of, oops, that's a skull.
Be a
Just
little
like-
more respectful.
I was gonna say, can we be like
Just a little
May?
bit.
Sorry,
Just a little
sorry,
bit.
sorry,
Sorry.
sorry.
Master race here.
Sorry.
Nothing.
But but they're brittle too because it's so frozen. It's
Oh,
frozen.
good. So we're
and-
crushing them as well.
Well, and they're old.
Yeah, they're old.
century
they've
old.
just been in this perpetual frozen stasis for over a century at this point.
Sorry,
I think
sorry,
I'm very
Can I cast Divine Sense to make sure there's no undead
You can, yeah.
or fiends around?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a 60 foot.
60-foot detection
just
radius.
make our day.
You don't detect any negative energy like that. So, thankfully, this area does not appear to be filled with like ghosts that are super vengeful and pissed off.
Even the ghosts got vaporized by the explosion.
You definitely detect a fiend on Morg's shoulder.
Ani, please, just
When I-
chill your tits. Calm your tits, we're walking. Fucking...
As you continue through, go ahead and make some perception checks real quick.
Can we not roll under 10?
17.
17.
18.
Jesus.
12.
12.
Is
So
this still Arctic? Don't I
it
get an
is.
advantage?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Higher
If you
than
want.
me.
22.
22.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
21. Sorry.
Because apparently I'm still mired in the detection.
Yeah, you're just like you're very like, oh god, oh.
Yeah, not feeling right.
Aylin's just like looking around, just coach. It's a beautiful sky out there. Have you seen the sky?
Respect. You're disrespecting.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Oh, those are bones.
Find out what panini means to me.
Yeah.
He sings. I bet you didn't know
Feed
that.
it to me, feed it to me, feed it to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Just a little
Phone's
bit.
not dead.
So, Morgan and AW, more so Morg, you pick up something sweet smelling in your nostrils. You,
Is
as
it
your-
honey?
Yeah, your heightened 12 senses pick up.
He brought the bees with him.
That's what I'm wanting. Did he?
Oh, this is my apiary. I'm gonna take him with me. You definitely detect that it is a heavy scent of honey in the air.
That's odd.
So,
Motherfuckers are nearby, okay? They're here.
I mean, as you continue to gaze around, you don't see where it would potentially be coming from.
Can't I
because
track?
it's-
Is there anything on the ground? Nothing? I mean, if I can smell it, there should be some kind of track.
So you don't see any disturbance in the snow. Nobody has been in this area at
Okay.
all. You're not seeing any tracks, nothing. But
I have detect object. I can
Oh, yeah.
detect the brother because I was near him close enough that I can.
how close is detect object?
I think it was 1,000.
1,000 feet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, locate object. I have to pick an object like his I don't know, what would he did he have, do you recall if he had anything on him that
He did. He was wearing a cloak.
I'll remind you that he had a gauntlet, like a leather gauntlet
Oh.
that had
Right.
like an egg size. Oh, that's a bigger than an egg. Like an
A
ostrich
jewel.
egg sized sort of gem.
Okay, so
that-
can I detect that then?
Maybe.
Motherfucker, I got the spell just for
1,000 feet.
Are you looking up my spell?
He's making sure he can fuck you somehow.
I That's why I didn't tell him that I got the spell, because everything I tell him about, he fucks it over, alright? So I don't want to tell him I got that spell. Huh, I'm gonna pick giants as my favorite enemy. I'm never gonna see a giant again. Fucker.
You should have picked 12s. Honestly.
How are you gonna fuck me over? Huh?
Well, the challenge, yeah, you can sense the particular object.
Okay. What direction? I just need to know what direction.
You know that
That's
it's
all I need to
towards
know.
the spire.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, like that spell kind of allows you to see, like, sort of judge the distance. It feels like the distance keeps changing, though.
Like he's moving?
Maybe in and out.
Yeah.
In and out of the Shadowfell versus the...
But definitely, you can tell that it's. You recall the object very vividly.
When you say it's moving, is it moving or is it disappearing
It's
and then coming
disappearing
back?
and reappearing.
Okay.
So he's going.
So he's going in and out of the Shadowfell.
Which Ani would tell you that the particular portal to that spire looks fairly unstable. So
Well, I was going to say it would be odd that he would be in and out of it, unless it's unstable or
yeah,
something.
So perhaps that's why
Oh, like they're just there, but they keep
it's flickering in
inadvertently
between,
flashing
in and out of the
back
plane of
Oh,
existence
I see.
because there's two different. He's on two different planes almost at the same time.
Oh, this is not good.
Ani,
So-
do you know why it smells like honey?
Well, they were doing mind control, so I'm going to assume that we're going to have some mind control people here.
Well, I was wondering about the mind control thing too, but I guess.
She's like, there's bees around.
Thank you, Ani.
She's not been particularly helpful.
Yeah, fuck her.
That's what she said all along.
I'm always helpful.
All right.
She
so,
looks at you and goes, "You know, I really love adventuring with you guys, right?"
But I got a thing.
yeah, I got a thing.
So you continue making your way towards the spire, and I mean,
I
as you
assume the
guys
smell gets
are-
stronger.
Yeah, as you guys come closer and closer to the spire itself, that scent does increase, and Marin kind of finds that the scent brings back memories of her childhood with Etrian. She never really saw that he was so hateful.
A psychopath?
Working in his apiary with his bees.
I did.
She remembers being a wee little thing, just going, "Oh, brother, your bees are so amazing."
How did I miss this? See, I probably didn't. That makes it. He's probably under a terrible spell.
You recall the memory of when you came to Etrian's apiary and he gave you honey fresh from the honeycomb.
It was so tasty. I
Hey.
thought he loved me.
Snap out of it.
Oh.
Because I'm a little worried about some mind control happening.
Oh.
Snap out of it.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
Would I be less susceptible to that sort of nonsense if I'm in my lion form?
If in your lion form, it doesn't affect your saving throws in lion form for that, so no.
My lion brain can get scrambled as easily as my wood elf brain.
I would think even more so.
Your
considering
wisdom
the
is-
lion is.
As long as you guys stay close to me,
You have a pretty substantial saving
plus
throw on your
4
wisdom
saves.
save, so
Okay.
even if you're a lion, you're gonna have like a plus fucking 7 to that roll, plus the 4 from Amy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Can we, like, snap her out of it?
Hey, wake it up, bitch.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
How far that man went, how far he's fallen. the
I'm
man he
very
once was.
confused. I'm back, but I'm confused.
So you finally are approach the spire within the city, and that black mist that sort of trickles off of the side of it. Sort of as you're approaching, it sort of starts to spill around your feet, just coiling around your
dear.
feet,
What does
beckoning you further.
what does my stinking cloud do?
It causes sickening effects to
others?
anybody in it. So it can be friendly fire too. So be
Yes,
careful.
no, I realize that. Do any of us have something we could do to kind of like protect ourselves from this black mist?
I brought a fan.
Yeah. Ani's like, "You'll be fine. I'll protect you."
Yeah, we're all. I'm feeling that, Ani.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's taking us into the dimension.
Aelin moves beside you, glances over at Ozzy real quick, but then goes, "Dear sister, I'll protect you." And you.
No, I'll protect you.
Which leaves me a little concerned, brother, since you're.
Sorry, what's that, dear sister? We talked about this not in front of her.
It's just that we might get killed.
I know, but I really want to be brave.
I really want to be brave. Aww.
You gotta love it.
The entrance to there actually is no doors to the entrance to this spire. It's just a thick wall of black mist.
And it's gonna suck us in.
Well, I have to assume the mist has something to do with the dimensional shifting.
Ani's like, "It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We could go in."
I do this all the time.
I've been there.
Do any of us have any provision for that sort of thing? I don't even know what exactly I'm asking.
I don't think any of you have ever been to another plane of existence.
Do we have any?
Unless you count those nights at the tavern.
I was out of this world, man.
I mean, in other words, folks, are we just very merrily
gonna stroll.
whistling our way into hell here?
Well, that's where they are, so, I mean, I guess we could
We could
here. Hide and wait for them to come out.
I'll take my sword
definitely will.
and I'll go on the inside and then
Well, that's not a bad idea. Here, take my
And then-
staff. You can be further away.
I wrap my sword around her staff and I'm like
There's just a dude, a friendly guy walking on the other side. He's like, da, da, da. Oh God! Why would you do that?
Do you want me to walk through and then walk back and tell you it's okay?
Can you do that?
Well, I'll walk through regardless.
Yeah, she's gonna
I'm
go
gonna
through
go.
if she
Oh,
wants
okay.
to.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I think that's a terrific idea.
So the two of you are
guys.
gonna
Yeah,
go through the portal.
We're going in.
Okay.
Last
The rest of
time.
you are gonna stay behind for a minute.
Yeah, I'm good.
We'll pop
All
our
right.
heads out and say it's okay. Or we'll come back out running and it's not okay.
So when the two of you step through, I mean, you disappear, and Ani's like,
Honey's with me, so
I
Honey's
know.
coming in.
Yeah.
oh, I see. She's like,
Honey's in my bag.
as you're walking through, Ani's like, whoop.
And jumps onto my shoulder.
Motherfucking.
Aelin
I was happier
also.
on your shoulder.
Aelin also steps forward and goes through the portal with you.
Why do you bring? I'm not doing
retarded
anything to encourage him.
Where's your horse?
Where is your horse? Is your horse coming with us? Or not?
Oh.
Well, you can talk to your horse. Maybe you can leave the horse out
Yeah,
there.
we-
Shit, let's send the horse through.
Yeah, that really.
Son of a bitch.
We made an error there.
It's fine.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the distance would be because I can't talk to him if he's a mile away from me. So I don't know.
You two step into the portal with Aelin vanishing from sight from you two.
I've done
Don't
nothing to encourage that man.
Can't I, like, stop and go, no? And push him?
He's a little persistent. Right?
So you guys wait for a few moments and then pop their head back out.
Let's go through. Is Ani with me now, or is
Yeah,
she still
Ani's
with
with
me?
Yeah,
you.
Ani's with you.
And
Ani?
Ani, how do you feel about this?
Howdy ho!
You're not gonna jump off my shoulder the second I start to walk through the.
No!
Zip that backpack up snug.
I am just as brave, if not braver than you guys.
And
Okay.
yet you jumped out of my pack.
So you won't mind
You're
if I
not there.
You won't mind if I hold on to you.
Well, it's so hot now. You grip me like that.
Let's take that little coat off and
Stepping on through.
Well, I don't. What do you want to do?
well, they're not.
I can't shove my sword through there anymore because
Yeah, because
I might
they're-
stab one of them.
We gotta go. I mean, they didn't come back out. It's all
So
for
obviously
one and
he's
one for
fine.
all.
They're just melted
Can-
bones.
Can we hold hands?
Can we- Aww.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, cute.
So you
Everything
guys start
happened.
to step through. Ani's like, "What?" You're not. She's like, just kidding, fucker. And perches on the other side of your shoulder. And you guys move through the mist as well, and it's kind of an out-of-body experience for just a brief second. And then you almost bump right into you guys, and
We're like, why the fuck? We didn't give the signal. What the
To-
fuck are you in
to
here?
you two, it seemed like you guys waited like a minute or something like that.
Passage
To you
of
two,
time
it
is
feels
different.
like you guys had just fucking walked in.
Oh. So there's a definite time distortion.
Yeah, you
What
feel
you
like
guys
there's-
do?
Let's do the
Why
time.
are you guys in here?
Just like barely stepped through.
Why do you have retarded people with us? Dumbasses.
You've been gone for hours.
Hours?
We've been
Really?
Waiting.
Hours?
Waiting.
Robert's grown a beard.
We ran out of paninis.
Oh, we should.
Ani somehow has turned her fur to gray. She's like, I've aged so much. You guys have been in here for so long.
This bitch.
Oh
The
dear.
passage of time is not the same.
Really? How long did you guys wait?
10 minutes.
No, you did not.
17 seconds.
A black line.
I'm impressed.
Terrifying, isn't it?
I think it's gonna be.
That wasn't supposed to be there.
Just erase it with your finger. Do it. Do it.
Fuck it.
Oh, it's so dirty now. I can't suck my finger anymore.
Okay.
I am infamous. I am
Yeah,
Robert
actually.
Boxstabor.
Which one is Robert? Oh, he's trying to figure out who's who.
Yeah, because we have our character portraits up on the thing there.
Keep those guys nearby.
I was gonna say, is Ani gonna?
No, I still can't for.
Well, no, I said, is she gonna
She's gonna what?
change back
Go
to
angel form?
angel
Yeah,
form?
to give us aid and stuff.
So, as you move beyond the mist, you find that the cold is actually substantially easier to manage at this point, now that you're inside of this. It's still chilly, but at this point, the mantles, the fur mantles that you're wearing, almost seem like a little much. And the...
Do we feel like we're inside a building, or do
Yeah, you guys are
we
inside,
do. We're
of,
inside
of the building.
building.
And you can tell that the walls are that onyx material, just like the outside as well. So it's just a black walls, black flooring. It's very, very eerie.
Yeah.
Do we hear anything?
So the hall that you step into it's an unfurnished entryway. The onyx seems to kind of almost absorb the light that's in the room. And speaking of the light, there are torch brackets on the sides of the wall that come to life as you guys have entered into the room. There's small little orbs that are resting in the torch brackets that start to levitate and burst into flames. But they're not.
So they're triggered by us.
They're not. It's not your standard red flames. They're gray flames
Interesting.
instead. And you kind of see that the whole, even looking at each other, it almost seems sort of a whitewashed. I mean, you can tell your skin hue still, but it is definitely a grayer hue. The entire environment is a much darker hue. Two giant double doors, black onyx double doors. The only way that you can tell that they're doors because there doesn't even look like there's a seam. They're just giant onyx doors.
Mhm.
They just have handles on the golden handles on the front of them. Are set at the very north, that back area there. And there's
That's
two,
these right here,
yeah,
right?
that's
Okay.
those there. There's two hallways that appear to branch off right and left from your entryway. The entryway is not furnished with anything. It looks like there was some tapestries that were hanging on the walls, but they're shredded and decayed, and it's like they've been there for a really long time. You're
Gotcha.
not sure what they once depicted. But there's no other furnishings that you can see.
No mahogany.
No mahogany in this circumstance.
It's unfortunate.
It is. I think that's really.
I feel like there's no mahogany in the Shadowfell,
No mahogany at all.
and that's why.
That's why it's such a shadowy place.
Yeah. It's such a dismal place. They don't have great
Yeah,
furnishings.
yeah.
It's unfortunate.
That's true.
There's a single pile of bones that's stowed in the corner over here.
Hey, buddy.
And they're very much so like the bones that you encountered outside the city.
They've been there for a long
maybe maybe a little more decayed because they didn't have the frost, the stasis of the snow and
Mhm.
frost. And almost after you guys have walked right into the mist area and almost bumped into each other, a figure emerges hustling rapidly towards you from the hallway off to the right there. Kill it with fire! He starts hustling towards you real rapidly. He's dressed in what was probably once really fine clothing, but they're now just frayed and sort of decayed fragments.
Would she recognize it?
Yeah, you would recognize it as the House of Dwelf.
The House of Well.
The House of Dwelf sigil.
Okay.
Really?
The Great
You're
House
so
of Dwelf.
creative.
The
I don't know how we
The
get through
Great House
this.
of
I don't know
Dwelf.
how all these ideas stay in your brain. I have
Kingdom.
no idea.
King Dwelf. Dwelf Lord. House of Dwelf.
Do we feel threatened
Oh, we
by
have
him?
kryptonite.
So,
Well.
He's not coming at you threateningly, he's just sort of hustling, he's just power walking towards you.
Can we not kill every dwarf we see, please? Thank you.
You're the one that always wants to murder everyone we come
Not my
across.
country people!
And all of a sudden she's like, guys, if we could just
Show
keep
some
a level
It's a
head
master
here.
race in front of us. Show some fucking respect,
If we could
okay?
just keep a level head here, guys. Everyone just calm down.
I haven't seen a dwarf in a very long time.
What are you talking
okay?
about? We saw the fucking mage.
Yeah, he's the only dwarf I've seen in forever.
And your people are nuts! Alright.
So he, unusually enough though, his skin is really sunken in, it's like a gaunt. And it's not...
It's because he's been power walking for a century.
It's not old age that you would see, it's more of a dehydrated skin.
Oh, great.
Image, yeah, it's a little
We're
frightening.
in the shadow.
You got some water skins.
He does gesture towards you, and he says, "Welcome, lords and ladies. I apologize, but the council is in session. The Lord will be with you shortly.
Which lord is that?
Lord Adelph."
Adolf. Again with these fabulous names you're coming up with.
Anybody you recognize?
Who else is in the council at the moment?
For the moment, like as he's talking, he sounds like he's trying to be. His voice tone doesn't sound like it, but you can tell that he wants to be energetic. But it's like his energy has just been drained away. And he says, "Why the whole council?"
Thank you. We will wait in a room for the council to be over.
Okay.
Please show us.
He glances over at the pile of bones that are in the corner for a moment.
They've been waiting.
And then he kind of mumbles, oh. And he slowly walks over to the pile. He kneels down to kind of reach in, towards the fragments of the bones. And you can actually see that in the bone pile there are fragments of clothing as well. They look very similar to what he's wearing. He stands up and he sort of is looking at his hands, and then he just spontaneously combusts into flames.
Why would we touch things?
He
Why are
starts-
you touching things?
He starts screaming, and I mean that disgusting dehydrated flesh just starts to melt onto his skull. Aylin's like, "Oh my! This is very frightening."
Why would he touch it? I don't understand. What?
I feel like we should have asked him how long they've been in council.
Well, because it didn't matter. I just
Before
wanted him
he-
to take
It's
us through the
kinda too
fucking.
late now.
Well, it doesn't matter how long they've been
I
in
get it.
council. We just wanted
He-
them to take us through.
No, but if you were having him wait us in a room, if the council is through there, he would take us one of these ways. He wouldn't have taken us through the main room.
No, obviously not.
So he basically drops to his knees as he's screaming while you two are just discussing. I'm sure that just do this. He's just like, "Oh God!"
Somebody create water on him.
Yeah, you have great water.
Why aren't you gonna say it?
I'm going to water him up so he's
Water.
Water him up.
water him up.
Surrounded by idiots.
Aylin is like, "Oh God!"
It was so shocking that it took me a minute.
And Marin just sort of steps forward and just sprays him with water. It doesn't seem to do anything. He just continues to... if anything, he screams louder.
The goggles, they do nothing.
That's because we're in the Shadowfell
No.
and everything is the opposite of what it should
Well, I was going to say, it's a grease fire.
be. We should use baking soda.
Do you have create baking soda?
Let me look in my
Aylin's
cave.
like, "Hey, no, that's in my panini supplies." He very rapidly falls to his knees, starts melting, and he just starts to crumple, and then rapidly descends into just a pile of bones and falls into... The image of him falls into where the pile of bones landed. You can see one hand kind of clawing at the wall as it slowly falls until he just expires.
Nobody touched shit over here.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Let's go.
Across the other side of where you are from the hallways, you see several dwarves on fire, running, going, "Oh God, Jesus!" Oh god! Collapsing, and you can see a couple other small piles of bones, dotted about, near the hallway entrances. They seem to fall and collapse and die right where the piles of bones are.
So they're specters, is what they're. This guy died a long time ago. We're seeing shadows of what occurred. We're seeing shadows of what occurred when the city was destroyed a century ago, is what we're seeing.
Oh, he's like, shit's fucked up. I'd like to go.
Yeah,
well,
we're
let's
seeing
get going. Then.
after images.
We don't have to worry about
Does
it.
that mean they can't hurt us?
Well,
I think we would have been on fire already if it's true.
Before you guys, take another step forward, suddenly from around the corner, a man power walks up, stops and goes, "Oh, welcome, my lords and ladies. Sorry, the council is still in session."
You're gonna
Are you
die.
Are you gonna
What year is
spontaneously
this?
kill us, dude?
what year is it?
The year of our Lord. Whatever the fucking year was 100 years ago, because
Okay.
I don't have a fucking year system. 2010?
Thanks for being prepared for our run tonight. Didn't think we'd ask that question. Yeah, we're seeing.
All right. Well, then let's just walk past this guy and let's get going.
We could probably walk
Oh,
right
no,
through
no.
him.
Yeah,
You,
let's
you
go.
must have identification. I need to know who you are and why you want to. He's like, oh god!
I was gonna say, can we just?
This guy blows it.
Well, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy over and over
Yeah.
again.
He falls and collapses into the pile. Other people running across. Jesus, why?
The explosion, I'm assuming, created some kind of a time loop. Yeah. I mean, the explosion was massive. We're talking, like, crazy massive.
So, do we assume that every time this guy loops through, we're going to get additional information?
Only if we continue to ask additional information.
But I don't
At
think
this-
he's gonna tell us anything.
Yeah, at this point, he doesn't know anything. He's 100 years old. He
Yeah.
doesn't know
He
what's going
anything
on
new.
now.
He just knows stuff from behind, and if he's
We just need to continue on, is what we need to do. We just need to keep on keeping on.
all right, let's start walking through. Let's go through the big doors.
So once again, as you guys start moving forward, he comes around the corner, kind of gestures towards you to halt for a moment and says, "Welcome, my lords and ladies."
Is he see-through?
No, he's not.
So we can
He's
actually
like an
push him out of the
actual-
way.
He looks like he's material. Yeah.
Gotcha. Just
So-
step around
The
him.
council is in session. He tries to stop you. He's like, oh, hold on.
I was hoping that maybe it was kind of like a recording type of a thing, and we're not actually the people that he was talking to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 100 years ago, someone else just happened to show up.
Yeah.
All right.
He's actively sort of engaging you at this point. He's like, I need to know who you guys are and if you have an appointment for the council.
Yes, I have an appointment.
Which of the council members?
Adolf. Lord Adolf.
Lord Adolf. Thank
Lord
you.
Adolf
Yes.
is
He
expecting me.
does not like to be called just Adolf.
Yeah. Lord
He
of my,
glances over,
Lord of
he
our
sees
Father.
the pile of bones again, and it looks like he wants to start walking towards it.
Yep, keep going, man. It's cool. We'll
Can
be
we
over-
stop him?
What do you want to do?
I mean,
Before you go touch that pile of bones,
He kind of snaps his gaze over at you.
can you help us through the door?
we asked him to show us through a room before, and he just blew up.
I know, but we didn't stop him from touching the bones this time. We did this
Yeah.
time. We're trying to break him out of his cycle.
He gestures and says, "The council is in session. I'm sorry you can't go in right now."
Okay. Well, before you touch the bones, why don't you come with us down this hallway?
Lord Adolf is expecting me, and you need to show us to a room to wait for him.
Ooh, deception check.
Do I detect what it is? Be it undead, fiend, or celestial?
You want to do a religion check?
No, I want to do divine sense check.
Do I have advantage?
You should have let me do it and talk like a pirate.
Another divine sense channel.
Another divine sense channel.
Yeah.
You do not detect undead, fey, or fiend, except for the fiend sitting on Void Shoulder.
So he's not a ghost. So
Well,
You want to make a religion check?
Yeah, I guess so. Not using
I was
that.
gonna say make the religion check, or
Wanna switch?
the explosion knocked the city into the Shadowfell.
Take
Oh,
an
we're
Arcana
in the
check.
Shadowfell. I'm sure we are.
Well, they're both the same. I have very low intelligence because I don't care about that stuff. Hey, a 19.
Ah, see?
So 20.
Well, there's a reason we look similar, Fletcher. We're brothers.
What?
Fletcher, Void, can you and Crono stand right next to each other, looking at the camera? From all the 5 inches I saw of Crono's face, it looks like you two look really similar.
Yeah, they're brothers.
We're brothers.
Elder,
This is a good
younger,
dice.
mother.
Keep that dice.
Here, look at the camera.
You're the least important.
Look at the camera.
Well, I forget that one's broken.
I know,
Do you
it
want a
broke.
donut?
Kind of.
Hi, Fletcher.
Whoa! I mean, he's got glasses.
Yeah.
I don't. That's one of the reasons I picked Moss for your picture too. he's
Because he's got
glasses.
glasses. I need backup glasses.
I need to put my plotting glasses on.
All right,
That
so
was very perceptive of him to notice that you look like brothers.
Certainly
he
was
didn't
perceptive.
know.
So you
except
got a
he's
20, you said?
Yes.
nice.
Good roll. So yeah, you know that they're not spirits per se. I mean, they're not undead. They're not ghosts. They appear to more be remnants of the pain and despair and sort of misery that they had in the moments right before their lives ended. It's likely what happened is whatever this magical explosion did, it tore their soul asunder and it split pieces of them. From the plane that they were in. So his actual soul, what his ghost form probably is not on this plane. It's instead just sort of the pain and despair in the last moments of that memory. You think that this is, I mean, he's probably been forced to remain in this state for
Is there a way to...
eternity.
Snap him out of it. Well, that's why I stopped him from touching the bones again,
Yeah.
or trying to at least.
You could, with
It's-
your...
It's like it's similar to a curse, but it's not really a curse.
You could.
But-
It's a good roll. So you had maybe once before known a similar thing happening, and you know that if you can take that fragment of his soul back to the plane of existence that the rest of it is in and release it, you can probably free him. And anybody that would be locked in this curse.
It would be much easier to find a way to pull them back to our plane of existence than to cross each one of them over.
Yep.
Let this one die so that I can have a better persuasion check with the next one.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Every time we fail, just redo it.
To be
Let's let him die first.
perfectly honest.
Well, he has come back before.
Exactly, and he doesn't remember us, so I think this is...
She has a point.
He's gonna remember when we release him.
Exactly,
He's like,
so
what
we
the
need
fuck?
a fresh one.
You
The one remembers. What did you roll?
9?
Plus what? Or is that
No,
with
that's
your
my
plus?
total. That's what it was, alright? Let him die.
So he says, I'm sorry, I have no idea who you are, but
Isn't that a pretty pile over there, bro?
I think that perhaps you all should leave. I don't know that...
I agree. Show us to the door.
So he gestures towards the door and starts to lead you towards it, and he spots the pile of bones, and he glances over and he goes, oh. He starts to mumble under his voice, and he leans down, reaches his hands in, picks up the fragment, stares at it for a moment, and bursts into flames.
There we go.
Can I hear what he's mumbling?
Hmm?
Can I hear what he's mumbling?
Go ahead. Make a perception check.
He's like, where's the janitor?
Ooh, 18 plus perception. 8, so 26.
So you hear a mumbling, no, this is all wrong. I don't understand what's happening. So he reaches down again, he bursts into flames across the hallway, people screaming, oh, Jesus! Why? as they burst into flames, dissipates and falls into the pile of bones.
What was your question that you tried to ask him? Or what was
Who
your...
else was in the council?
Who else was in the council?
Those are his bones. We should just throw the bones through the portal.
Through the portal.
So a few moments pass by, and lo and behold,
Big surprise!
your good friend shows up, and he goes, "Welcome, lords and ladies. The council is in session, but I'm sure they'll be able to see you shortly."
Am I
In the
asking or if I'm...
Do you want me to?
Goes
Okay.
in front of this.
And what were you asking again? You asked who else
all
is
is in the council?
Our matey! Who all be in session today?
Go ahead and give me. Well, he looks at you and he goes, "Where did you come from? How did you get in here?"
Is it because I'm a...
Guards! I need
Halfling!
guards.
Oh,
Let the man die! Let's start all over again!
Wait, were dwelves racist?
Yes!
Super fucking
Master
racist.
race.
You're lucky I deal with your fucking presence.
Dwarftopia was only dwarves.
Yeah.
Back
They
in the day.
excluded every
Everyone.
single race. They were fucking, we are master race dwell.
I'm a guest! Are be a guest of
Adolf.
Adolf.
Lord Elf.
Lord
Adolf.
Persuasion check denied advantage, however. Because
Because
normally would be
he's-
rolling at a disadvantage, but they cancel each other out.
shit.
Man dies.
I'm doing persuasion.
Yes.
21.
Oh!
I have 10 on persuasion, so...
He kind of looks at you suspiciously for a moment. That's actually more of a deception check.
Deception?
You're lying to him.
That's
yeah.
true.
That would only be 15. That would be...
Guards! Guards! Guards!
Why
He
are
then-
you blocking the pile of ash? We want him to
We
die.
don't want him to die.
Yes,
in
we
until
do.
We're done with him.
We're gonna be here a while, aren't we?
He starts shouting for guards, and then he spots the pile of bones in the corner, and he goes, "Oh." And he walks over, mumbles under his breath once
Here
again.
we
This
go
doesn't
again.
seem right. Reaches down, bursts into flames. People across the hallway screaming, "Oh, Jesus, why?"
Should we just go through?
I think we should just, yeah.
Well, I thought we were trying, and he kept stopping us.
Just
I
stab
will
him.
hold him.
For once?
Would you allow
I can't
Did you
kill
want to try and...
the
I can
dwarf.
grapple him.
You can't stab him?
No, I
You
can't.
know how you can bring them into your holy symbol.
I
too.
can't do it.
You can
Why?
take that-
I
you
can.
take
I'll
that
kill the
fragment
mage because he killed
of
other
his soul
dwells,
if
but
you
I
wanna try
can't
and do that.
kill.
But this guy's not
Dwarf.
technically alive.
I can't kill a dwarf.
Do you want to do that?
Here, nameless.
What?
your
I'm
name?
sorry.
What is
Yes,
your name?
Amazon. What can I do for you?
Would you like me to take the whatever
Liberate them, basically.
remnant of their soul is here? I can take it into my symbol and we can release them.
I would like you to take. I thought you could do it on a mass scale, or no?
I think I have to do it.
Maybe in a
Well,
radius?
Yeah. We just don't know how many there are, but at least we could get this guy out of our way. I mean, we would
Suddenly
be.
from around the corner.
Can you cast it multiple times?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Welcome,
Just
my
do it.
lords and ladies.
Do your Power Ranger shit.
I'm here to help you.
Here to rescue
I'm
you.
here to rescue you.
Guards! Guards!
He kind of looks at the holy symbol for a second, and then you do your fucking vengeance food, or you're like, "Get fucking in here."
That's it. That's the
in
name
here.
of the
It's
spell.
about
Get the fuck in here.
And as you're kind of lifting it up towards him, you spot on the edge of your holy symbol made by McFlanagan. You're like, "That motherfucker." And then on the other, you kind of turn it, and he's like, "I told you this would be useful." And you flip it over, and you're like, "Aren't you glad I got this mithril symbol rather than mithril armor?" I'm running out of space. And then it stops. And you absorb the soul into your holy symbol, or the fragment of it. So he stops talking immediately, and he's sort of staring at your holy symbol, and he turns into a thin mist. And he just decoalesces, and then it gets absorbed inside your holy symbol. Doesn't cost you anything.
Wow.
You know what? If you do that enough, maybe you can shoot them at the dwarf. Pew pew.
The bones in the corner decay and turn to ash as soon as you brought him into your symbol.
Oh.
They were probably his.
So he's
He was coming out from the right, you said, or the right.
The right, yes, the right side.
Okay. But the main chamber is right in front of us.
You assume so through the double doors.
Yeah, we should go through there.
Okay.
There's people screaming.
So, are you moving forward?
Yeah, we're moving in.
So as you move forward to the other piles of bones, rather than somebody just coming out and talking to you, you see sort of the hallway curves around, and there's another sheet of mist, of the thick mist, almost like the doorway that you first entered in, both in the right hallway, about 10 feet down the right hallway, and about 10 feet down the left hallway as well. And you see one of the dwarves come right from the mist, walk out, doesn't say anything to you, just immediately bursts into flames and starts screaming. And Jesus! And he goes over to his pile of bones and dies. There's a couple of them that are doing that. Do you want to try and absorb them too?
Yeah, whoever walks in my path, yeah.
Okay.
If I can do it quick enough.
So you capture about 4 more of them.
I feel like we're playing Ghostbusters at this point.
Just fling it out on the floor.
I'm afraid of no ghosts. Alright.
Aylin's like, don't cross the streams.
Is
Okay.
there any danger to her having them in this little thingy? Oh, okay.
Well, she better hope that the symbol doesn't break, because that's a lot of malice and hatred and despair that's stored up in there.
And again,
But-
didn't make it.
It's mithril.
I was going to say it is mithril.
It's mithril. Thanks, McFlanagan.